Mayad nga agahon. Coming to you live from Numancia, Aklan in Western Visayas in the Philippines. I'm having my morning cup of coffee here in my coffee with Gino cup. My Copico Blanca. Copico Blanca is my choice of 3-in-1 coffee here in the Philippines. Coffee, cream, and sugar, powder form, comes in this sachet. Just put it in your cup, put hot water, and you got a nice cup of coffee. I see there's a, hey, Charlie Lads. Good morning, Charlie, my good friend in Boston, All right. Let me just fix my computer here, make sure I'm good to go. All right. Josh said hi. Hey, Josh. I'm a little hoarse this morning from the Sadsad yesterday. I participated. You saw the video last night. Dazzle and I participated with the Sadsad. I had earplugs the whole time, so my ears are good. But you know, when I have to talk to people, you know, you have to kind of shout. You know, you kind of have to like. So now I'm a little hoarse on my voice, but I'll be okay. I never get front row seat. All right, you never get front row. I'm glad you got front row seats, Josh. Brian, hey Brian, my good friend in Galveston County, Texas. Good morning, Brian. I'm just like getting all my looking at the weather. You know, I always start the live streams with the weather. Aloha, hey, aloha, Derek, my brother in Hawaii. All right, Colonel. Good morning, Colonel in France. All right, Colonel. I don't. Have you made it back? I was watching a video yesterday. They were on James's. I think it was on. I'm not sure anymore whether what vlog I was watching, but Belus was leading the James and Karen with. He was walking, and you weren't there because they did mention you didn't like to take that route with that bamboo, you know, the bamboo. It's like slippery and I understand about that slippery bamboo because when we went, I went with James actually, went with James and Karen and Dazzle and I to a Malumpati. They had those bridges that are like made of bamboo, and I'm the same way, Colonel. You know, my balance is off. You know, I had a little bit case of vertigo after my treatments before, so I don't have the same balance that I used to, but I'm getting it back because I'm riding my skateboard more and more, and I'm learning balance again on my skateboard. Fortune, good AM. Hey, I'm wearing your colors, man. I'm wearing your colors. I'm wearing my maroon Ati-Atihan shirt, Fortune. Good AM, Gino fam, and the Panay Posse. I stayed in all right, no worries. Now I'll figure it out. I just didn't see you in that video. But I was thinking, is the Colonel leaving for? I'm glad you're enjoying your time in Leyte, Colonel. Fortune, good AM, Josh, Brian, Derek, and Colonel. All right, let me get started with the weather here in Numancia. AccuWeather. JP had showed me this AccuWeather thing. In Numancia right now is 24 degrees Celsius. That's a little under, I think, 80 degrees. So a little cool, you know, a little, I wouldn't say cool, but it's not warm. But the sun is about to come up. I can see right there. It's like the sun is getting ready to come up here. So it gets warm here pretty quick. It rained again. Last night. Yesterday, it did not rain. During the day, the afternoon, we left the festival. Dazzle and I were in the festival. We got there about noontime, and we were there till like 5:36 on sunset. You know, you saw like we were leaving. We even caught the sunset, but it didn't rain the whole time, which is what a blessing. What a blessing that it didn't rain. But today, last night it rained. This morning, the parade starts at 7:30 this morning. It's the Department of Education. It's the parade for the teachers. all the teachers in Aklan province, they're going to be participating in the parade, representing the 17 municipalities, Kalibo, of course, but all the municipalities. So they dress up, it's a big deal. Ati-Atihan is just a big deal on the province here. And that was going to be my topic today too, is Ati-Atihan. That way, maybe I can explain it to you more, what Ati-Atihan is all about. It's not really, it's kind of comparable to Mardi Gras in a way, but it's a lot more than just like celebrating. It's a really big event here, and I'll talk about it more. But let me finish the weather. Here today, it says, here in Numancia and Kalibo, it says cloudy, a thunderstorm in parts of the area in the morning, followed by occasional rain and thunderstorm in the afternoon. So looks like we might get rain this afternoon. Hopefully not, because I plan on going back this afternoon for 1 p.m. is a Nego parade is what they call it. Nego is like, I guess, a negosyo, like negosyo, Nego parade. So all the businesses in Aklan province, not just Kalibo, Boracay, all the businesses, they join the parade. There will be like a McDonald's group. There's going to be a Jollibee group, but all kinds of businesses here in Aklan province is going to be, and they dress up also very colorful. So I caught yesterday was the one we watched that, before the parade, before I joined the parade, and that's when I joined the parade. I was able to film at 1 p.m. I filmed the Sinaot sa Kalye is what it's called, and it was basically elementary student kids, high school student kids, and college kids in Kalibo. They participated in the parade. Very colorful. I filmed that, so tonight I'll edit that video today, and I'll push that video tonight, because I'm going to have a lot of videos of the Ati-Atihan for sure. And the winner, actually, they announced the winner yesterday. It was Pook. Pook won the champion of the Sinaot Sikalye, the tribal, and this was this is their group. Very colorful group. I saw that's yellow and orange. The kids, they were dressed in they were flapped their wings. It looks really cool, because it was and then their band, of course, but they won. They got prizes for this. They got prizes for money prizes for the events. The big parade will really be like Saturday. I think it's the big, that's when the big tribes, there's big tribes here called one is Black Beauty. They compete on this, the grand prize for those groups are 1.1 million pesos, so $20,000 for the group. So that's why they get really elaborate with the costumes and all that, because there's a lot of money on the line. Anytime there's money on the line. There is a low pressure area developing. I'm looking at the Windy app. It's east of Davao City. It looks like it's in close proximity, so I'm sure it's causing rain in Mindanao, Surigao Island area, and it's a low pressure area. It's not a typhoon. There's not a typhoon, and they don't think it's gonna amount to a typhoon. Just a low pressure area. So Pag-asa reports, because of the low pressure area, Eastern Visayas, Davao Region, Bukidnon, Misamis Oriental, Caraga, Camiguin, possible flash floods or landslides due to moderate to at times heavy rains. Here in our area, they're not predicting heavy rains, but thunderstorms we might get. But the sun is coming up, so hopefully we get blessed with good weather for Ati-Atihan today. Metro Manila, the rest of the country, easterlies, localized thunderstorms. Partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms. So pretty much the entire Philippines might experience rain, but it's not ongoing rain. It's not a typhoon. You'll get sunshine and rain. Combined. All right, I'm getting behind here, so I gotta like get back here on the comments. The comments go pretty fast, which I'm very thankful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. It's like it makes the live stream lively. That I got topics, and I got topics to discuss. I followed up on dengue fever. I researched a little bit more about dengue fever, that the vaccine and all that. So that was brought up, that there's a vaccine, but I did more research. Now I can explain to you what I think the issue is with the dengue fever in the Philippines. Bill Meyer, prayers. Good morning, Bill Myers, Fortune. In your sad vid, there were many nice girls. JP should have, yeah, unfortunately, JP got sick again. He had stomach issues, so he didn't want to. I told him, yeah, I couldn't blame him, right? You don't want to be like in the parade and have have to find a bathroom, especially at the parade, because there's not many restrooms in Kalibo anyway. So if you have to use the restroom, but he'll get up hopefully before Sunday. JP starts feeling better, because we're invited to a couple of houses. Here in the Philippines, that's another thing about Ati-Atihan. During Ati-Atihan here, it's okay. Like if I get invited to somebody's house, like I'm invited to 2 houses so far for Sunday to eat a meal, big meal, roast pig, Filipino food, catered food, lots of food. I can bring people. I can like, it's okay for me to show up. They invited me. If I bring 4 or 5 people with me, the more the merrier. That's just the way that's the hospitality of Aklan people show. They're happy. It's never enough people to come into their house. They'll give you a plate. They'll give you beer. They'll give you drinks. They want more people, because the way the people look at here during fiesta, the more they invite people to their house, they feed more people, the more blessings will come their way. Señor Santo Niño will bless them more because they are kind. That's just the way. That's why fiesta is so much fun, because everybody just got smiles. Everybody's happy. Everybody's welcoming you to enter their house. It's awesome time. Good morning. I am Bill. 32 degrees Fahrenheit here. Right at freezing. I remember 32 is right at freezing. Fortune, Ted. Good AM. Hey, good AM, Ted and LV and Bohol. Good AM, Ted and LV. All right, Ted, Bohol. Hi, Fortune. Colonel. Welcome to the chat. Tap the thumbs up. Oh, thank you. Say hello to those. Thank you, Colonel. Sinaot is dancing. Sinaot. Okay, that's why they were dancing, man. They were dancing in the streets, man. The kids really got into it. I could see. You'll enjoy. I'll edit the video today, and you'll see. The kids elaborate. Some of them head to toe were like in Uling, darken in Uling, because they're trying to imitate the Ati tribe, So they're like they're all dark, and then they have war paint. They're dancing. They're like, their teachers are like on the side egging, and their parents too. Very proud parents, very proud teachers, and the elementary had that energy. It's funny because the elementary had all that energy. The high school, they're trying to be cool. They don't really, And then the college kids, they don't even wear costumes. They're just wearing their like, their college T-shirt, with their Ati-Atihan school shirt that they have. And of course, the college kids, they're drinking alcohol. It's allowed here. Here in the Philippines, the drinking age is 18. So most people in college here are 18. So they're allowed to drink. You can see them drinking. I saw it on the video, a film of, I wasn't able to join the Sadsad. My school Sadsad is STI College Kalibo. I couldn't find him. It would have been better for me if I had like at 1 p.m. if I had gone to the meeting place for STI College Kalibo. The meeting place was like, I think the Jollibee by the Salakot sign. But the problem is I was filming the Sinaot Sakali. So I was thinking, well, I'm just gonna find them at Pastrana Park, because everybody goes to Pastrana Park. Well, they weren't there before 3, and I knew I had to go to the Cipriano Plaza building, my friends at Cipriano Plaza, and I was gonna join their sadsad. So I was like, well, I don't want to disappoint my friends, they invited Dazzle and I, so we went there, Dazzle and I went there. So, but I was trying to look for the STI College Kalibo. I never found him, the group that I filmed was St. Gabriel College was the group I found. I never found my alma mater. I never found them yesterday, but it's all good, I saw some of them like, some batchmates. You run into people. That's part of Ati-Atihan when you're in Kalibo. For me anyway, because I went to school for 4 years. Let me close the door. The sun is like, I went to 4 years college in Kalibo at STI College Kalibo. So you run into people, it's like people that I know. And I know a lot of people in Kalibo anyway. So everybody say, hey, how's it going? I even took a couple of photos for, there was like subscribers that are in Kalibo that they recognize me and they just tap me in the shoulder, take a picture of me. So, I'll do that anytime. It's like I'm no celebrity or anything like that, but that's always fun because I always ask him. It's hard to hear. You got your earplugs and the drums are just like so loud. It's hard to talk even if you're like screaming and talking. I'm trying to like, hey, where you from? But like it's all good. You get a picture. Most of the people, they're happy once they get the picture. OB, magandang umaga, Olson, Aliyah, and my buddy Isaiah. Belated birthday, Isaiah. I know, I greeted you happy birthday. Your mom had posted, I think yesterday or the day before, but I hope you had a good birthday, Isaiah. Hello, Fortune, and the rest of the Panay Posse. The birthday boy. There you go. The birthday boy wants to say hi. I know. He's like 10 today. All right. Good AM, OV. Wishing a happy birthday to Isaiah from Missouri. All right. They're from Columbia, South Carolina, soon to be in the Philippines. Counting down the days. Olson and family are counting down the days till they move here to the Philippines. This year, 100 plus days they'll be here in the Philippines. Money in 1 year, bragging rights. Yes, Fortune, that's what it's all about here. The money, of course, is very attractive, but the title, like Pook, Barangay Pook in Kalibo, they won the Sinaot Sakali. So that's bragging rights. This like, they're going to put like a tarpaulin, they're going to put in their barangay, they're going to post like tarpaulin saying like, we're the champions, that whole barangay is happy and proud of that, Hi, Gino. Hey, Hannah. Hi, Fortune. OB, thank you, Josh. Happy birthday, Isaiah from Fortune. Hi, Colonel. Yeah, Isaiah, man, when he gets here to the Philippines, he's going to have fun here. Isaiah's going to have fun here. For one, Isaiah's mom is white. So Isaiah doesn't look Filipino to me. He looks like he's a white kid. So and when he comes to school here, he's going to be a celebrity at school here because the foreign kids, white, black, you name it. If you're a foreigner kid, you stand out in school, especially if you speak English so well, right? All the other kids are going to be like, ooh, even though he's only 10, he's going to be an afam. He's going to be a fam here. He's going to be popular in school for sure. Ted, I'm sure Belus is in for a lot of rain. Oh, yeah, because Eastern Visayas with the low pressure area, they've been getting a lot of sunshine, and because like on the videos that they've been making, I was like, man, you guys took the sunshine from Aklan, man. But right now, it looks like the sun's gonna be up, like right there, you can see, man. It's like the sun is bright this morning, so hopefully it stays. Thank you, Fortune. Next year he will celebrate. Yeah, no, 11th birthday. He'll be in the Philippines, and he's gonna have to fend off all the girls here in the Philippines. And Isaiah's good-looking boy, man. He's gonna be. He's not gonna have problem with girls in the Philippines. That's for sure. That's for sure, Olsen. Wow, he will surely enjoy it, right? For like, see, Fortune knows. Fortune knows when a kid here in the Philippines, even in Manila. I remember when I was at Let's Run, we had one kid that he was a foreigner kid, and he was white, and he was my classmate. He was a celebrity in the class, he was treated like different, it's like because it's a big deal, it's like everybody else is just we were all Filipino kids, and like, ooh, we got one classmate's an American, it's like, well, there's still yes, there's still plenty of days for JP. Like I said, he's invited. I'm taking him with me to Fiesta on Sunday. Hopefully his stomach is ready to eat, because, man, Fiesta on Sunday, we're gonna eat. There's gonna be a lot of roast pig, whole roast pig, lechon, a lot of different Filipino foods. Like, I know I wanted JP to try what is that? Arroz Valenciana, right, Fortune? I know he's not had Arroz Valenciana, and some of the native food here, like kakanin, even like latik. We have a kakanin here, like suman with the coconut, like latik is what we call it here. They're gonna have the local dishes. Local dishes. People like to serve that during fiesta, like. Binakol, it's kind of universal in the Philippines, but there's one dish that's more just in Aklan. I've never had it. It's a chicken dish. Man, I can't think of the name, but it's made of the inside of the banana tree. I think Becoming Filipino, Colas, he did a feature of it during last Ati-Atihan. When he was last here, he went to the restaurant that cooks it and serve it. But I'm hoping JP's up to it. That way he can experience a fiesta. Share the blessings, right, Fortune? It's all about sharing blessings. The more blessings people share, the more blessings will come their way. That's the thinking here. Let me turn on my fan, because it's getting warm. Earlier it was cool in here. Now it's like getting warm here. Daniel, to all the Panay Posse, Posse, all right? The parade. And all right, let me do the fan. All right, hold my fan here. Yeah, I needed the fan because I'm gonna start sweating here, man. It gets warm pretty fast when the sun comes up here because of the humidity. We have very high humidity here. Joe, hey, good morning, everyone. Morning, Joe. Morning, Joe. Good morning, Daniel. Fortune. Good AM, Joe. What's up, Daniel from Olsen? Ford, OB Colonel. Yo, Tim, my good friend, my brother in Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. All right, Michael. Hey, Michael M. from Northern California. Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother. Gino, what's the 411 on getting eyeglass and exam in the PH? Just went to Costco, had exam and order glasses for not gonna cost you that much. Like my glasses, man, I really like this really light, it doesn't, the frame only is like halfway, doesn't have the frame there. It's called the Dior Superflex. I've used this frame like every time I get the same frame. I don't change the frames. And the exam, the glasses, this one's transition. When I go outside, it darkens. I spend less than 5,000, less than $100, less than 5,000 pesos for it, and it's good for at least a year or two sometimes. Way cheaper here, yeah, way cheaper. I can get even cheaper than this, but I like this certain frame because it's really light. Sometimes I forget I'm wearing glasses. It's so light, and it's flexible. It doesn't it doesn't break easy. I really like this Dior Superflex is what I get. Do STI still have classes office after the sadsad? I'm trying to remember back when I was going to school there. I'm trying to think. Um, I can't remember. I can't remember if we still had classes after Sadsad. The day of Sadsad, we didn't. Most of the classes, I just can't remember. I can't remember. Chances are no. Chances are no. Just because it's hard to get. Traffic in Kalibo is horrible during Ati-Atihan, so it'd be hard to even that area where STI College is, even the capital area, the traffic is just insane in Kalibo during Ati-Atihan. And plus, the teachers are Dep Ed. They're going to be participating in the parade this morning. So for sure, the teachers won't have class today. And of course, if they participate in the parade this morning for the teachers' parade all morning, they're not going to want to teach class in the afternoon. They're going to be sweaty. They're going to be in costume. So today, for sure, the teachers aren't going to be around. So yesterday, today, and then Thursday, Friday, all the big events, Gigante Parade, the giant parade is on Thursday. And then the big competitions with all the, people don't want to miss that. Pretty much Kalibo really shuts down, especially like the government. The government, even businesses, really unless you're inside the parade grounds and your business, like yesterday, what's that? The milk tea place where I was trying to do a live stream. I was using their Wi-Fi. I was just standing there. But it's just, they were doing good business because it's like Ati-Atihan. But that's the thing. I wish I can do more live streams, but the data on the phone doesn't work. Smart or Globe doesn't work. I can find a place that has Wi-Fi in Kalibo, and I can stand there and film while the parade is walking. But even Wi-Fi is not very good in Kalibo. That's why Young Fresh, when Young Fresh was here, he's a digital nomad. When he did a video call with me, and I was thinking, it's like, ooh, you're a digital nomad. Internet is very important. Power outage is important. I pushed him more to Iloilo City than Kalibo because we have more power outages here in Aklan than in Iloilo City that I know of. There's more places in Iloilo City, like the condominium where I lived in Iloilo City, Uptown Place condominium. They have a big generator. So the 4 months I lived there, I never suffered a power outage because the minute the power went off, it took like 15 seconds, 30 seconds. That power kicked in because they have a automatic generator. I don't know how they do it. I mean, it runs real quick and you don't lose power. And internet, definitely better internet in Iloilo City. It's a city, they got more companies providing internet service. In Kalibo, I think we have for sure Kalibo Cable. That's my internet. Majority of people I know has Kalibo Cable. Maybe PLDT, the other, but there's not heavy competition, so there's not incentive for them to provide really good internet. Way cheaper. Good morning, Kuya and the posse. All right, J-Boy. Thank you for joining. Nice video from Matia. Oh, thank you, Emilio. I think the next video, I think you guys will enjoy more, better than even better than last night, because last night we were just walking, we had our t-shirts and people wearing. The one I filmed before that, the Sinaot Sakali, it's elementary kids and high school kids, and they were dressed up, man. They were wearing bamboo, even their drums were in bamboo. I mean, it was just like, and they had dance moves, they're like dancing. They had to Sinaot Sakali, they're dancing in the streets, and then when they get to Pastrana Park, in front of the stage, the judges, they have to dance there. So they're dancing in the streets. It's more like walking, just doing that, dancing. But when they get to the in front of the people, the crowd at Pastrana Park, in that covered area there, they covered it. At least they have shade now. They have dance routines that they do, like really elaborate dance moves for the kids. That's why it was so much fun. It was so much fun yesterday. Great day of Ati-Atihan. J-Boy, good AM, Fortune. Fortune, good AM, Emilio. Good morning, Gino and fam. Lucita, my good friend in Maine. All right. Hope all is well, all is well. I slept good last night because by the time I got home, man, I was beat. Slept really good. Got plenty of rest. Hannah, hey Gino, I got both my. All right, congratulations! You got both of your ponies. Man, that's so much fun. I bet. I'm happy for you, Hannah. That's awesome. Latik is caramelized brown sugar you use as sauce for the ibus made of rice. Yeah, it's caramelized brown sugar, but it's also got like coconut. Like I can tell it's got when you eat it, when you bite into it, it's got like the like shredded coconut. I like it, man. I'm a fan of latik, man. I love latik. Joe, nice, Hannah. Mother of all festivals should really be big to start the year right. Yes, yes. And like I said, and I'm only able to show you guys like a small portion of Ati-Atihan, and that's gonna be my topic. Ati-Atihan, really, the one I can show you because I go during the day. I'm not a night person. I don't have that much energy, and plus at nighttime, they get pretty wild at nighttime at Ati-Atihan because if you can imagine, during the daytime it's like school kids. Businesses and all that, it's pretty mild. At nighttime, it gets pretty wild because a lot of drinking, and a lot of times, you saw people walking around drinking Red Horse in cans, no bottles, everything's in cans. That way, there's no broken bottles on the street. Not allowed. No bottles are allowed during Ati-Atihan. It's all cans. If you can imagine, people are drinking like when they have the parade now at 7:30, there'll be people drinking throughout the day, and then at nighttime, people get carried away. You saw I filmed that's why I filmed that Tanduay. Tanduay's got those two big balloon stands, and they're just like mixing drinks, Tanduay rum drinks. Passing it, and they're even the groups themselves are carrying liquor. So at nighttime it gets pretty crazy because all the alcohol that's involved. But I'm not a drinker, so it's like I try to avoid being surrounded by drunk people, just to be safe. But they keep it safe though. They keep it safe. If you notice, tons of police. They know how to control. That's one thing about Kalibo. The police, there's police from all around, not just Panay Island, even from Bacolod. I see people with like Bacolod police. They know how to control the crowd. They know how to keep, even with all the craziness, they know how to keep it safe. They don't want an incident during Ati-Atihan here. They don't want anything bad to happen. They want everybody to have a blast. They want everybody to have fun, but safe. Like last night, they have a Battle of the Bands was last night at Magsaysay Park. So different bands perform at Magsaysay Park. Different bands performed at the Pastrana Park. So if you're a partier, if you like drinking, loud music, like rock bands, they're all at Ati-Atihan. That's just last night. It's gonna repeat again tonight. It's gonna more groups. Actually, one group I really want to see because I'm a fan of the group. They're called the Tropa Vibes. Tropa Vibes is like a Filipino reggae group, and I've been listening for. I like the vibe. I first listened to them in Boracay when I lived in Boracay, and I've followed them throughout the years. And they're gonna be performing this year, but it's at nighttime, man. That's the only thing. That the night crowd is actually heavier than the day crowd. Because the day crowd, of course, the sun, people don't want to be in the sun. You can bring an umbrella, but at nighttime, man, whole Kalibo just comes out. And then people, partiers, they want to party at night, of course. But Ati-Atihan, a lot of Ati-Atihan is also a reunion for like my alma mater, STI College. That's why I wanted to join their Sad yesterday, because I would have seen old professors of mine there, my batchmates from 2016. different people that I haven't seen in a while. But I did see some of them at Pastrana Park because they saw me filming at Pastrana Park, and they would tap, "Hey, Kuya, how you doing?" And I was like, "All right," it's like, And what's cool is like we graduated in 2016. That's Dazzle's and I's batchmates. For me, when I was looking at them in the past, to me they're just college kids. They're kids to me. It's like I'm a lot older than them. But now I'm seeing them, they're like carrying their kids. They got their own kids, they're like older now. They're in their 30s now. So it's kind of fun seeing that. A lot of like the group that I participated with, Cipriano Plaza. Our Tita Nancy owns the whole building. She owns that Cipriano Plaza, different businesses in there. But most of the people that joined the Sadsad, like Dazzle and I, we joined their Sadsad. We have a t-shirt, Cipriano Plaza in the back. You saw that t-shirt. When we joined the Sadsad, most of those were their family members. Like they had family members from Canada. They had family members from Australia that came. And family members from America. That's why you saw like the American flag, the Canadian flag, and the Australian flag. So Ati-Atihan is a reunion for many families here because it makes sense, right? If you're gonna have a reunion of your family, you're all from Kalibo or you're from Aklan province, it makes sense to do it during Ati-Atihan because it's a celebration. That's why you'll see people here wearing their last name and their clan, like the Kimpo clan, Jelito clan, all these names of like families. And when I say clan, when it's like a clan of like a family, I'm talking hundreds. It's not just like like if you have a family reunion in the U.S., you might have 50 people barbecuing, right? Here we're talking like 500, sometimes to 1,000 members of that clan, and it'll be like you'll see great grandmother, grandmother, you see cousins, you see, like if Dazzle joined like in Malay, where she's from in Kati clan, if the Castro clan, when they had the Ati-Atihan in Malay, she's gonna have like hundreds of relatives attending that, and because everybody goes to it, because show your pride for your family, for your last name is what it is. So it's a reunion for many people, the colleges, the clans, the different families, and then Sunday people welcome you to their house. Just a very fun time, and all the celebrities even in the Philippines. A lot of celebrities are in Kalibo. What is that, Fortune? I don't pay attention. I don't know like the Filipino things, but what's that? Kapamilya, Kapuso? I don't know. I don't know what those means, but I know they're celebrities on a different network, like in the Philippines. I know they're kind of like in the US, it would be ABC, CBS, and NBC. The celebrities on those TV shows back in the day. I don't know if those even exist anymore in the US, but same thing here in the Philippines. They have stars that are celebrities in their network TV. They come here. They participate in Ati-Atihan because it's fun for them too. It's fun. Love the saying, when you're in service, help your fellow man, you're in service to your God. Helping others is really helping ourselves be better. I think so. I think so, Daniel. Hi, JB. Dad, Gino, the hot topic on YouTube is pro-life traveler guy who had court yesterday. Boy, is he in trouble. He got tarred and feathered in court yesterday. I did see that. For me, I really didn't pay attention to him. I didn't really. I saw a few of his videos. Dazzle and I were talking about it during Vitali, when Vitali got in trouble. And I saw a long time ago, I saw a video of the pro-life traveler. He gave a little kid vape, and the kid smoked the vape. I told Dazzle even back then, that guy's Vitali number 2. And sure enough, he's going to end up becoming Vitali number 2. Unfortunately for him, it's like all I can say is, people defend him. He's got a lot of supporters, like on YouTube. I did not make a video about him specifically because, he's in enough trouble. Even though you can say he's good or bad or whatever, I don't want to like jump into like, there's so many YouTubers here in the Philippines just like jumping on him and all that. I wasn't a fan. I didn't agree with what he was doing, but I didn't want to like, add to the, he's already, I'm sure he's already feeling the pain. It's like, I don't want to be an add on to that. He's got I'm not sure if it's a wife or and a kid. I'm sure they're all like stressed out right now and all that. So, but unfortunately for me, just my opinion, I think he should have respected the Philippines. The thing about the Philippines, the Filipino people, they're very respectful, they're kind, they're hospitable, welcoming you to their homes and everything, as many foreigners have found out here in the Philippines. But one thing you don't do, not just in the Philippines, but whole of Southeast Asia, do not disrespect them. Because if you disrespect the culture, the people, it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well for you. I think most of the viewers on this channel, the live stream, understand that, but unfortunately, he didn't. He didn't understand that. What he thought was funny, because you can always tell he's kind of smirking, kind of making in light of the situation here in the Philippines. And Dazzle even was talking to me yesterday. Dazzle was telling me this. He was lucky he was doing that in the province, because he was doing all the craziness that he's doing in Dumaguete. Dumaguete people, the locals in Dumaguete, they're kind people. These are provincial people. Ted, you can agree with this, I'm sure. Bohol people, Aklan people, these are humble and kind people. So if you're trying to make fun of them and you're like a foreigner, they might smile and laugh with you, because sometimes they don't really understand what you're doing, but they're still gonna accept it. It's not, but if he had done that, what he was doing, like where I grew up, like in Tondo, Manila, or even in Quezon City, Manila, in the city, if he was doing some of the things he was doing, like filming people, filming kids, filming people doing their laundry, if he did that in Manila, in Tondo, where I came from, there's like, what is that? People justice will happen to him. That's where I come from. I come from the barrio, man. I come from the barrio. We handle our business in the barrio. The people here in the province, he was lucky because he selected Dumaguete. This is Visayas region. People here are just kind. If he had done that in like some of the cities here in the Philippines, he'd be happy that to be deported, because something would have happened to him for sure. Michael C. Good morning, bro. Good morning, my brother Interese Martires and the Dazzle community. Thank you, bro. Fortune. Oh, Ted, already a hearing. Yes, he had a hearing yesterday. It was the city of Dumaguete basically kicked him out of Dumaguete. It's like a persona non grata is what it's called here. He's no longer welcome in Dumaguete City. More likely, no more welcome in the Philippines, because when you get identified like that, you're not going to be welcome. And the government of Dumaguete City has already sent information to the Estonia embassy. So they know about him now. Pretty much he's toast in the Philippines. I'm not thinking he's gonna go to jail, because that wasn't spoken or the videos I'm watching. But who knows? I think for him, if he would be lucky. If I was him, I would just fly out of the Philippines and chalk it up to like, hey, I made a mistake. I'm sorry, apologize, and just leave the Philippines, because it will not end pretty for him if he stays here, fights it, or do more of his craziness here. Colonel, yes, persona non grata status in Dumaguete. Yep. So basically, the city government of Dumaguete City expelled him from the city. He can no longer be in Dumaguete City. He apparently heated up his own tar and provide feathers with those videos. He deserved being declared persona non grata by Dumaguete. Too bad his kid may never. Yeah, it is. That's what. That's why I didn't want to jump into. Add on, make a video of it. I wasn't going to do that because he's still a human being, and he made mistake. Everybody makes mistakes, and he's got a kid. He's got a girlfriend, wife. So I don't want to wish anything. They had nothing to do. His kid had nothing to do with that. So Ted, yep, Joe for sure. Ford saw one of the hearings on pro-life. Now has no life. Has more charges. Yeah. And people, people can bring charges to him. I was talking about that to Dazzle. It's like if he's got all these videos, people save the videos. If I was the parent of the kid that he gave the vape, I'll be filing charges. I don't want my kid. In the U.S., if I give a underage individual in the U.S. a beer or a cigarette, I'm in trouble. So no different here in the Philippines. And this kid wasn't even like 10. This kid is looks like 7 or 8, like a small kid. So you can't do that stuff anywhere in the world. You can't do that stuff. Rents, watch on YouTube the opening salvo. All right, a few days ago. All right, Rents. Actually, the opening salvo is actually last October. The beginning, opening. The opening salvo, they call it like a pre Ati-Atihan. That was in October. But the opening of Ati-Atihan was the other day, yes. I have friends with the Kimpo surname. All right, I have them too. I'm friends with the Kimpo family also. People need to have respect for others. He obviously felt himself superior to Filipinos. He associated with, can't believe he would try to do the same stuff in the West. I think it's for I think a lot of it was for show also. I think he was doing it for money. He got big on YouTube. I mean, like almost 100,000 subscribers. So he had videos that had 1 million views. So he was doing it for the money. He's doing it for the money. LOL. Lowell, hey Lowell, kamusta? Kamusta Lowell? Mabuti ako, brother. God bless you, my brother. Edsel, good morning, Gino and all. Halabira. All right, Halabira. Ati-Atihan Festival, man. Pera pasma. Gino clan. The Gino clan. Panay Fosti, the Gino clan. I don't know about the Gino clan, man. Hannah, was the kid okay? The kid was okay, but he was just, that would not be a smart thing to do, right, Hannah? Give a little kid vape and video it and upload the video. That's not the smartest thing to do, right? That's not the smartest thing to do. I mean, if you do that anywhere, even in America, right? If I gave a vape to a small kid in America and he smokes it and I film it and upload it, I'll get arrested. Right on the spot. I was surprised he wasn't arrested when he uploaded that video a long time ago. Like I said, they're hospitable here. They're kind here. At a certain point, he just pushed his luck. Like TV5, Gino in Manila. Like Joey De Leon. Oh, yeah, I like Joey De Leon. Yeah, TV5. I haven't seen Tito Vic and Joey here. I haven't seen Tito Vic and Joey here in Aklan. But many celebrities are in Kalibo right now. Hannah, hi J-Boy, good morning Blues. Gerard Padron, thank you for your video. All right, you're welcome. Glad you enjoyed the video. Hey, Gino, Jason Potter. Hello, Jason Potter. In Philippines. All right, Josh, Belize, the Colonel. Tap the thumbs up. Thank you, Colonel. Good morning, Gino. Oh, hey, Belis. I enjoyed seeing like man your farm, the rice field. Man, that's just amazing, man. Like I said, man, you're one with nature, my brother. You're one with nature. John V. Hi, Jason Potter. Good morning. Jason Pa John. All right. Said hi. Minnie Mouser. Minnie Mouser said hi. Sir Colonel. Good morning from John Vasquez. Fortune. Good morning. Hannah. Yes, sir. Good morning, Gino. Hey, good morning. Hannah, that is not only harmful to adults, but even more harmful to child because their lungs, right, yeah, their lungs aren't fully developed. Plus, why would you do that? That's to me, that's just crazy. Why would you give vape to like a, like 7, 8 year old? That's like, you're just not thinking, and maybe a lot of it is strategy, to make the channel. Grow like that. But that's, I guess that's one strategy for some people to grow their channel is do crazy because he had a lot of followers. Like I said, his followers are like close to 100,000 because I know there's people out there that think like that. It's like, but to me that was just terrible. Bottom line for me, I don't think he's gonna be missed here in the Philippines. I don't think. Dumaguete City will miss him. I don't think the expat community here in the Philippines will miss him because he was giving everybody a bad name, when doing that, acting the way he was acting. That's just sick, right? Right, Hannah? That's the same. When I saw that, that was the last video I watched of him because, these feeds on on YouTube comes in, and then I was watching him. In the beginning, I thought, well, he's just trying to be funny. He wasn't really doing anything harmful, so I'm like okay with it. But the minute I saw him give that kid a vape, I stopped watching his channel. I just like, my opinion. Yes, I agree. That's the same thinking I did. And then that's why I said, I even told Dazzle, I showed her that video way back, when he did that to the kid. And I told Dazzle, this is Vitaly 2.0. He's going to be next because, I'm surprised actually that he lasted this long, that they let him get away with the things he was getting away with. Good AM, Renz, Lowell, Edsel, Belus, Jason, and John V. Ted. We will have Sinulog Parade in Getafe, Bohol this weekend. All right, enjoy that, Ted. That's gonna be awesome. I mean, I'm watching film from Iloilo. My friends that are in Iloilo, I'm friends with them on Facebook, and they're having festival in Iloilo City also. So in Bohol, Cebu, it's just a good time in the Philippines. Lots of celebration, lots of fiesta. We get high schools come from surrounding islands. It is really fun. It is really fun because the vibe, right there, the people are just happy. Kids are happy, adults are happy, the parents are proud because their kids are wearing costumes, performing, and the parents are filming their kids. It's just a fun time for everyone. The festival, and then like I said, here in Kalibo, a lot of times it becomes a reunion. Some of the people that I saw yesterday, I have not seen them even in Kalibo because people work. Some of them work in Cebu, Manila, Iloilo, but during Ati-Atihan, most of my batchmates from 2016, the people I graduated with, they want to be in Kalibo for Ati-Atihan because it's a sad life. They said they'll go in their Facebook, they'll post sana all because imagine if you're from Kalibo, you went to college in Kalibo, and you see all your friends that you went to college with in Kalibo, they're all posting on their Facebook like celebrating, doing sad, hanging out with like college friends and all that. And you're working in Manila, they're gonna go sad life, or sana all. Dinagyang is next week, but this week there's already. I know. I was watching it. Fortune, my friend Manny and Sharon, Phil M couple, retired military, both United States military retired. They're in Iloilo. They're posting like they're watching all the costumes, performances. they have it. They have it this week already, like almost kind of like a pre Dinagyang. But especially, once Ati-Atihan's over on Sunday, it really kicks off in Iloilo for Dinagyang in Iloilo City. Yep, it's just awesome to see in person. It is. You can watch it on TV. You can, even Kalibo. Actually, if you go to Facebook and do Kalibo Cable or Aklan Cable, they live stream all the events at Pastrana Park. You can watch it on TV. But it's just not the same. When you watch it on TV, you'll see the colorful costumes, the dances, but it's a different feeling when you're in it. Just the sound. Just the sound, because like the sound is so intense with all the marching bands playing at the same time, and there's some songs that I really get a kick out of every time. For some reason, when I hear that song by Madonna, the Material Girl, they do the drum beats. They'll do the whole song. I just like the beat. I guess because my music is the 80s. I love the music. I always listened to Madonna in the 80s, and that was one of her songs, Material Girl. And they do a good job with it, even with the xylophone and everything. I just like the beat. I like that beat of Fortune, will the Colonel be home for then? I think I would assume the Colonel will head back for Dinagyang. Illumination. Yeah, illumination. I remember seeing that last year. I remember seeing video of that. It's nice that tribes perform at night in their illuminated costumes. Yeah, I saw the competition on YouTube. Last year, I think, was the only you're the only kano. You're the only kano there. That's many kano in Kalibo, man. That's not an issue. That's not an issue in Kalibo. I saw many yesterday. The Iloilo tribes are per town, or per barangay, or per high school. Oh, okay. Here in Kalibo, I noticed yesterday, the different elementary schools, the different high schools and different colleges, and then the different barangays. That's why there's so many. There, that Sinaot Sakalye yesterday, dancing in the street, Sinaot Sakalye. There's just so many of them. That's why I couldn't find SCI College Kalibo. I was like, man, I kept going from one side to the other side, and I just finally gave up. I said, man, they probably passed already, and then there's a certain point when they do the parade. If they pass a certain point, they disperse, and everybody just start scattering around Pastrana Park. I just missed it, but it's all good. I'm sure I'll catch some of it. People will post like on my Facebook, because some of my friends would have been there. I was hoping to see some of my classmates, actually. I was hoping to see some of my classmates I went to school with. Jason Potter, Fortune said hello. All right, Gina. And also in Cebu, Philippines, had Sinulog this coming Sunday. All right. I just I've attended the other festivals before. I guess I'm biased because I'm here from Aklan, so Ati-Atihan's my favorite. For me, I like Ati-Atihan just because we're a smaller town, it's a smaller area, and what's nice is you can join in. Like you'll see it when I film. I can actually walk. I can stand to the guy next to the drums. I can. The kids, when they're walking, right, when they're dancing, I can cut through in the middle, and I can film them. It's like you're a lot of times, a lot of the other festivals, they rope you. They put like crime scene tape or something, and you'll be on the other side. It's more spectator. In Ati-Atihan, it's more participation. They encourage people to participate in the parade. It's like Mardi Gras, right? In Mardi Gras, when they throw the beads, you know, they throw the beads in Mardi Gras. Same thing here. They don't throw beads here. They hand you an alcoholic drink. They'll hand you beer. They'll hand you a shot of rum. They make their drinks like in this plastic containers. My friend Bernie, he sent me a picture yesterday. He was drinking out of a toilet plunger. I'm sure it's a clean toilet plunger, but he was taking a drink from a toilet plunger. They just do those kind of things just to be funny, just to have fun, in Ati-Atihan. MMLSO hosts have a blessed Tuesday. All right. Have a blessed Tuesday. Have Wednesday here, I think. Wednesday here. Fortune. Ati-Atihan started it all. Actually, Dinagyang was even started ahead of Sinulog. Even if Dinagyang was held to celebrate the Iloilo visit of the first Santo Niño, the one in Cebu. Yes, that's why they call it the Ati-Atihan. They call it the mother of all festivals in the Philippines. They actually designate the month of March, the month of January. I'm sorry, the month of January here in the Philippines as Ati-Atihan month. There's a presidential declaration marking January as Ati-Atihan month. All right. Okay, I got to the bottom. So I can tackle some topics. My topic basically was the festival, Ati-Atihan Festival, but I did some research. The dengue issue here in the Philippines, because we have the peso this morning 59.40. Pretty high. It might be an all-time high, 59.40. That's the dollar to the peso exchange. $1 right now is 59.40. Just a month ago, it increased another peso. It was about 58.40 last month. So it keeps going up. The dollar value against peso just keeps going up here. All right. Because this was brought up the other day, somebody had mentioned that there is a vaccine. Because I said, why dengue cases. I'll just show you. In the Philippines, the disease remains a serious public health issue, especially during rainy season. And even though we're kind of nearing the end of rainy season, it's still been raining. July to December is usually rainy season here in the Philippines. Just the numbers, showing the numbers here. In February of 2025, there was over 52,000 cases of dengue fever in the Philippines. Compared it to 2024, same month in 2024 February, they only had 31. That's an increase of 20,000 from year 2024, just that month. So that's almost double the dengue fever that happened in 2024 to 2025. So definitely, I would call that serious, right? That's nothing to take lightly. And even here in Aklan province, there's certain months here, usually July, August, they would have an outbreak here of a dengue fever. And dengue fever is not, you don't want to catch dengue fever. I'm religious as far as like putting citronella, mosquito repellent here. If I have to go out at night, it's like putting lotion with me. I never miss it because super careful. We have screens on our house here. Not a single mosquito gets in there, because if it does, I'm like, mosquito, that's like me and Leanna, we're like on top of that. It's a serious issue because people die from dengue fever here in the Philippines every year. Many people die from dengue fever here, and even if you don't die, it's very punishing. The disease, dengue fever, you don't want to get it. It includes blood transfusion for people, hospitalization for people. And somebody had mentioned on the live stream there's a vaccine, and I'll talk about the vaccine. Unfortunately, here in the Philippines, the vaccine is not approved. It was at one time they approved that. Let me look at the name of that vaccine. I think it's Dengvaxia. The spelling Dengvaxia. That was at one time it was allowed here in the Philippines, but they withdrew the license of the vaccine February of 2019 because they had issues with the vaccine. The vaccine was actually hurting some people. Even people were dying from the vaccine. So that's why they don't use the dengue vaccine here. It is not allowed. There's no approved license. So that's why I've never seen. I was wondering because when the person mentioned that they have a vaccine, man, I don't think I recall. See, I've been to Watson's, I've been to Mercury Drug. I don't see a dengue vaccine, and that's the reason it's not approved to use here in the Philippines. They removed it in February of 2019. So without the vaccine, if year to year, it's increasing in numbers, the number of dengue cases here. I don't really know what the solution is. My solution is I'm making sure, like in our neighborhood, most of my neighbors, we even have a circular, we even have it on our group chat. We make sure we don't have like standing water, like even in like clay pots or buckets or even a can, anything. When after it rains, water has a tendency of collecting at areas. We make sure, like outside, mom and I were always like dumping water, making sure everything is dry, because standing water is where mosquitoes multiply. That's where they grow here. So we're really particular. Mom especially, she's always checking outside, and that's why I said, like in our house here, rarely do I ever see a mosquito here. But of course, when we go outside, like if we go outside, if we're in Kalibo somewhere, if we're in the park in Kalibo, I'm wearing mosquito repellent because I've never had dengue. Hopefully, knock on wood, I don't get dengue here in the Philippines. My immune system is shot anyway. I barely have any immune system from my radiation and chemo treatment. So the last thing I need is like catching a dengue fever here. First Santo Niño in Cebu, second Santo Niño in Tondo, Manila, third Santo Niño in Villa Arevalo in Iloilo City. All right, thank you, man. I know here, that's another thing here in Kalibo during Ati-Atihan. A lot of houses in Kalibo, and not just Kalibo, even here in Numancia, different municipalities, when you go at people's houses, it's common to see a Santo Niño, like a statue of Santo Niño in people's houses. People even carry like little Santo Niño in their pocket, little Santo Niño. And during Ati-Atihan, you can take your Santo Niño, and many people do every year during Ati-Atihan. It's almost like a pilgrimage. They take their personal Santo Niño, they take it to the cathedral in Kalibo, and there's always a line of people going into the cathedral, and there's a priest there that's gonna bless your Santo Niño. That happens all day long, today until Sunday. That's gonna continue all. When I passed it yesterday, I saw people there walking. If you notice in our Cipriano Plaza, Sadsad, there's a gentleman. He was carrying his Santo Niño with him, and that's common. People will carry their Santo Niño during the parades, and they'll stop at the cathedral and have their Santo Niño blessed. Bragging rights, fortune. Yes, that's a big thing in the Philippines. Bragging rights. Philippines got, they have a lot of culture, a lot of these things that they're really proud of here. Tim, yes, rate 59.40. Nice. I know, right? That's like, man, that's a really high rate, man. That's a really high. I mean, I'm thinking it's close, or if not, like an all time high on the exchange rate here. All right, I discussed that. I discussed the Pook. Sinaot sa Kalye. The winner was Barangay Pook. Barangay Pook. And I saw them. I actually filmed them. And I agree. They had the best. Their kids had the best performance. They had the best costumes. They had their costumes is like yellow and orange, very colorful, and they had wings. And the kids were like flying, kind of, when they're walking in the street. It just looked awesome. Like they deserved it. They deserved being the champion of Sinaot Sakali 2026. Ati-Atihan and Dinagyang both celebrate the arrival of the 10 Bornean Datus, making friends with the Atis, native of Panay, and eventually the arrival of the Spanish and conversion to Christianity. The Spaniards brought the Santo Niño with them. Are you gonna vlog the giant parade? I have vlogged the giant parade before. I just have to see how I feel, because I gotta be careful, man. It's like I'm recovering from cancer, so my endurance, I don't have the same endurance that I used to have. So yesterday was pretty taxing to me already. After this live stream, I'll rest. Maybe I have enough energy to do 1 p.m. again. I wanted to watch some of that, and then tomorrow maybe I'll decide whether I might take a break today and do the Gigante. I just have to play it by ear, see how I'm feeling. I always have to pace myself now regarding rest. I have to make sure I get plenty of rest. I can't overdo it, because I don't want to get sick, man. Even yesterday when I'm filming, I have my mask on. With all that people, man, I have my mask on. I'm careful, man. I have my alcohol, my mask. If you notice, I'm still staying away from people. I'm not like getting really close to them, because I do not want to get sick. Fortune. We have the liquid, the spray, the liquid citronella. We like it because it smells better than the off. The off, that lotion off, kind of sticky. It's like greasy. We like the citronella spray better. I didn't know they have a patch. I'll have to check that out. If they have a patch, man. I don't know about the patch, because I gotta be careful too with what I put. Even like the sunscreen that I use, I have to like really look at the ingredients. I have to use a lot of sunscreen now, because my oncologist told me I have to protect myself from the sun. That's why I always wear a hat. I carry an umbrella. If it gets too sunny, I'm doing my umbrella. That's why on the beach, on White Beach, on my logo, I have an umbrella on White Beach, because I gotta protect myself from the sun also. When I got dengue, oh yeah, see Ted has experience. Listen to Ted. When I got dengue, I had little red dots all over my legs with fever and stomach ache. Just took antibiotics for a week. No blood transfer. Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't have to go blood transfusion or hospitalization. But that wasn't fun still, right? Yeah, it's like the fever. The fever is what people. It's almost like flu type fever is what people. And the aches, people say it's almost like having like a severe flu. Dengue fevers, from what people are telling me. I've never had it. Knock on wood. Hopefully I never get it. But the stomach ache, man. That red dots. I'll be worried, man. I'll be worried. Thanks for sharing that, Ted. Thanks for sharing that. Good, Ted. If your platelets were down to very low levels, it would require. Yeah, that's what I've seen. I've seen people, and I've seen hospitalization. Like I said, I had one batchmate of ours. Her sister passed away from dengue fever, and her sister was in her 20s. She was young and healthy. She was a nurse actually, and she died from dengue fever. Speaking of the Kalibo Cathedral, the bishop position is, oh, I didn't know there was still vacant. I know I get these messages from Fortune. He tells me about the different movements in the church in different areas of the Philippines. When will Pope Leo make the appointment? Hope soon. Oh, okay, all right. Hello, everyone, and God bless. Hey, Vaughn, my brother there, Vaughn. Good AM, Vaughn, Fortune, Ted. Yep, Fortune, I recovered in 1 week. Oh, that's at least 1 week. That's still pretty bad, man. 1 week, man. It's hard to be sick for that long, right, Ted? 1 week for me, man. I'll start losing weight. I'll start, it's like I can't afford to like lose weight, man. I'm barely hanging on to like 148, and any illness, like I drop weight so fast. Fortune, maybe the Archbishop of Capiz will come over to Kalibo. He is the metropolitan and diocese of Kalibo. Is a suffragan diocese. JP, good morning. Good morning, JP. Hope you're feeling better today, JP. We miss you, man. Joel was like, where's JP? She's like, they had a t-shirt ready for you and everything, JP. Good AM, but I'm hoping you're okay. I'm hoping you're okay today, JP. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling... JP, so you can see the fine ladies. They are out during Ati-Atihan doing sad. Stomach is better. Now my back is not good. Going to get a massage later. Don't get old. It's no fun. I understand, brother. I understand. Yeah, you don't got to, that's why, I preach it to people, man. I always tell people when they come start doing video calls with me, when they start talking to me, because the common thing when I do a video call is like, usually if the person gets comfortable with me doing I guess I could call it interview, because they're trying to gauge usually if they'll be okay with the money that they're bringing, and a lot of times they are. A lot of times I think because in the U.S., even for me when I was in the U.S., you're always like, in your mind, you don't have enough. People always tell in the U.S., oh, you need like hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to retire, comfortable and all that. But a lot of times, when people move to the Philippines, they end up realizing, man, I should have done this years ago, because I could have retired 5-10 years ago with the money I had. A lot of times, they just kind of like brainwashed us to think that you had to have $500,000 to retire, early, to retire early. But most of the time people realize, after spending a few years in the Philippines, they could have done this a long time ago, because when you're retired here in the Philippines, you're going to spend less. Most of the people that I know, by the time they retire here, they find a nice budget. They're spending less than what they were when they were working, and they're still able to save money in retirement. Not feeling well, JP. Yeah, the back. But JP's got a masseuse. They're right there, right by McDonald's. He found a good masseuse place. The Thai massage by McDonald's. Fortune, kids, we use patch or sticker. Oh, okay, I see it now. Like I was kind of thinking patch. I was thinking that absorbs in your skin. It's a patch that has the smell. Yeah. All right, gotcha, Fortune. When you said patch, I was thinking like, nicotine patch for cigarette smokers and all that. Joe, too late, JP. I am already getting old. I'm already getting old. And needing some spare parts or some massages to tune me up again. Yeah, that's why when Ruben is here, he's in San Diego right now. He'll be back here. I was texting with him yesterday. Actually, the ladies at Paris Retiro. They were like, "How's Ruben doing?" I even took a selfie with Anna Marie at Paris Retiro, and I sent it to Ruben because the girls at Paris Retiro misses Ruben, and when Ruben is here, he was here the whole year 2025 from January to December. He was here weekly. He had weekly massage every week. He went to near Pastrana Park. He found a massage place there once a week because he says it's just he has same thing. He rides a motorbike. The back issue with the motorbike. He said every week he's got to get his massages. Helps him relax, sleep better. Loosen up those tight muscles. And talks here in the U.S. is a tough flu strain going around. I think I've heard that too here. I think I've been hearing that. I don't know if it's true. I got to do more research on that. I think a super flu now. I'm like, man, what is going on? Now we're talking super flu, man. Makes me feel people are intentionally releasing flu strands. Yeah, it's like, who knows, right? Who knows, man? Yeah, I heard about that. I saw it on my Facebook, but I haven't really done my research. Man, we got dengue fever now. We got super flu. Come on. What's going on here? I feel like you're an experiment. You're an experiment. Fly boys. Shout out, hey, I know you're always shouting out Bella Montan's fruit farm in Tarlac. And one day I'm gonna go to Tarlac again. I've been there. I have a cousin there. My Kuya Larry is one of my best cousins. He's like awesome guy. I love hanging out with my Kuya Larry. He's older than me, but I always kind of looked up to him when I was growing up. But he lives in Tarlac. He's retired in Tarlac. So I wanted to visit him. Visit him soon for sure. One, your great attitude will get you through, JP. I think, yeah, JP has no issues, man. JP, it's just an adjustment. All this is just adjustment for JP. He's still trying to get it, with the stomach issue, back issue, all that. He's going to get it all ironed out. He's going to find that good masseuse that can loosen him up with a tight back. Give it a month and you should get, he's going to build, that long plane ride, the jet lag, adjusting to the time difference, not getting your full night's sleep and the excitement, right? Getting a new motorbike, all that, that all adds into getting situation. Back when I was working, I kept on our master mechanist prototype fabricator to make me a Terminator chassis with Bluetooth Terminator chassis. He never got around to it. He never made you into a Terminator, man. He never made you into a Terminator. Good morning, hey James and Karen. James and Karen's adventure. Good morning, James. Hope the travels. Hope you're close to getting back. I hope you're close to getting back to Aklan. I'll have to catch up on your videos. I did see, I'm not sure if it was Belus's video. I thought it was your video because you were filming Belus, walking in the farm, going to the farm area, walking in that slippery bamboo, man. Good morning, James and Karen from Olsen, OB Adventures. Joe, hi, J and K. Hi, J and K. All right. All right, I think I hit all the topics that I had. I did the weather. We always do the weather. And if there's any topic that you want me to discuss in the future, like tomorrow, tomorrow, if there's any topic you want me to discuss, I'm more than willing to discuss any topic. Oh, right here, I'm watching. There's a live right now. Sinaot sa Kalye. They started already because I know the teachers. These are teachers parade going on in Kalibo right now. Let me make it full screen. Maybe I can show you guys real quick. Really elaborate costumes here too. And what's amazing is these people right here that's on the parade today. There's like the vibrant Kalibo sign right there. These people are all teachers. Yesterday afternoon was all the students. Now these are the different teachers in Aklan province. And as you can see, like this one, butterfly, very elaborate costumes. And they're also gonna perform. Like yesterday, the teachers, the students had to perform in front of Pastrana Park. Now it's the teachers that have to perform. That's why Leanna doesn't have school. All her teachers at Numancia Integrated School, they're over there right now. Yeah, right there. You can see the drum beats of Ati-Atihan. There, somebody's like. That's why you can watch it. You can watch it live if you want to go online and watch the Ati-Atihan. This one is on Facebook. K5. This one is K5 News. K5 News Kalibo is live streaming the Ati-Atihan right now from right there by the vibrant Kalibo sign. See, these are all teachers. All the teachers are marching. These are elementary school teachers, high school teachers, and college teachers. They also have a category where the best group also gets a prize. For their group. Good morning, my friend. Nene Days. Good morning, my friend. All right. Vaughn, James and Karen are truly having an event. Oh yeah, that's one thing about James. Ever since I've known James, James is all about like doing things, seeing new places, travel. You know, he wants to see the most like new things. You know, everything new. You know, it's like he really the channel's name James and Karen Adventures. That's what the channel's all about, man. Hi, J and K. Pinay Heart. Hey, Pinay Heart from Oceanside, California. Hello, Gino. Hi, everyone. It's raining. Yeah, I see the road. Like even here on the parade, the road is wet. But rain or shine, the parade continues. Even if it's a downpour, they won't stop it. Like I can see like the street is wet in Kalibo. But they're dancing in the street, man. Like at 8:23 in the morning, they're dancing in the street in their costumes and bands and performance, you know. So it's not the party, the festival, rain or shine, the festival goes on here. What happened to the murder hornets? People figured out that the murder hornets are just Asian hornets. Oh, and oh yeah, at one time, right? At one time, I do recall seeing something about the murder hornets, but they are just Asian hornets. Hi, Pinay Heart from Joe Canoe. Wow, 59.40. Yeah, no fly boys. I know. I looked it up before and I had it ready this time. I'll start reporting that. My weather report, I'll add the dollar report, the dollar exchange. I'll start doing that every day now too. Pinay Heart, hi Joe. My top box rack arrives today. Oh, nice, nice. I have the money in a Ziploc all ready to go. Okay, yeah, just leave it, man. Leave that money with Nathan at the counter. That way you don't have to wait and sign for it. That's one thing nice here. Most of the delivery here in the Philippines, like here, is COD, cash on delivery. So what I do, I just put my money on the Ziploc, my name, address. I give it to the security guard, and whenever they deliver it, they'll deliver it to the security guard. And on my way home, or the security guard will text me, "Hey, Kuya, your package is here." You know, it's so nice. You know, it's so nice because I don't have to stay home or wait for the package or anything. And I've never lost a package. I've never lost a package. Not sure when I'm going back home, Fortune. Truly haven't. Hey, that's a blessing, Colonel, right? You know, it's like Belus is welcome you in his house. You know, you're becoming brothers. You know, you're becoming brothers. That's awesome that you're having such a great time. You don't want to leave. You don't want to leave, man. You don't want to leave. That's great, JP. Joe. We'll need to get him a multi-cab or Colonel won't come visit because he can't stand in the bed as they drive. I know, I saw the Colonel. He was getting a kick of riding on the multi-cab, standing up on the multi-cab, on Belusa's multi-cab, the mini truck, I drove one of those mini truck when I was stationed in Japan. We had those mini truck 4x4. I remember them because we used to use it as a delivery truck in Japan at Misawa Air Base, Japan. I used to drive it. I drove it almost every day. I drove it in the snow because it's they put snow tires on it and this 4-wheel drive. It handled the snow pretty good in Japan. the Colonel, laugh out loud. JP, I have a copper fit back brace, okay, that I need to break out of for a few days through my good one with suspenders out. I was, you were thinking from work. You were thinking of work. I'm like a hood ornament on the multicab. You're like a hood ornament on the multicab. My multicab has been on order for almost 6 weeks now. Unveiling. Oh, nice! I didn't know, Colonel, that you're gonna get a nice. I can't wait to see your multicab. I was actually thinking of that. One of these days, I will have to replace Bumblebee because the motorbike on Bumblebee is a 2016, right? And then there's some rust on Bumblebee already. When I do replace Bumblebee, I think I will get one of those multi-cab like Belus, and I was even thinking, that area in the back, I was gonna make a box, build a box to make it like a little camping thing, so when Dazzle and I go to the beach, we can park at the beach and just hang out in it for the day, kind of like a mini RV, and it's gonna be mini because you've seen how small that thing is, I'm saying. But I was thinking that, when it's time to replace Bumblebee. I think Bumblebee's got a few years left, couple more years on Bumblebee. Southern Cal. Hi, Gino. Do the Ati-Atihan performers still? Oh, yeah. They said more of the yelling. There's usually a person. You'll see it on my next video. There's usually someone on the bullhorn, and they'll go, Viva que Señor Santo Niño. And then they'll go, Viva. They'll do that. And then they'll still go, Hala Bira, Pera Pasma. They still do that. They still do that all over the parade. They still have that, like I filmed it yesterday. It's tradition here that somebody with a stick, right, will be carrying cooked bird, cooked chicken, cooked turkey, cooked duck, and it's like cooked already on a stick. And the reason that I filmed that, the reason they carry that's food for the people in the parade, especially the drinkers, the people that drink alcohol. That's the pollutant. What you see that guy carrying on that stick, the ones that are drinking, he will lower that, and people just pick at that. Yesterday, I think that was turkey. Because I was looking at it. It had to be turkey because it can't be a chicken because it was bigger and it's got a really long neck. So I don't know, but they were eating it. You could see it had like the skin. It was losing its skin, losing some of the meat in it. Joe, they can take a bit to get them built out. Oh yeah, a lot of it. I know the multi-cap in Cebu. They assemble them in Cebu. There's a couple of companies. They come in chopped parts, from Japan because Japan they drive on the other side, so they have to move it, right? And then it's not the whole truck that they ship to the Philippines. It's different pieces of the truck, and they assemble it. They weld it. They move the steering wheel to the left side here because it's on the right side in Japan. But they do a good job. You can I don't know how much you paid for it, Colonel, but I know that you can get a good price, right? $3,000 usually. Yeah, Joe, I was keeping quiet about it, but I got outed. The other day you got outed? You got outed the other day? I can't wait to see it now. I can't wait to see it now, Colonel. Oh, somebody had mentioned on the, somebody had questioned me on one of the message, one of the videos that I made, and he asked me about what about if you color your vehicle, right? Because if you purchase a vehicle, your ORCR, the title on your car will have the color of the car. What happens if you paint your car a different paint? Uh, it's almost kind of like buying a used vehicle or buying a used motorcycle here. If you decide to paint your car, truck, multi-cap in a different color, you're gonna have to report that first. The first step, the police, the Philippine National Police, because what happens here, I guess they assume if you're changing the color, maybe the car is stolen. That's the biggest thing. So the same process that you do like when you buy a used motorbike, they have to run the VIN numbers of your vehicle to make sure that it's not stolen, that it's not in their data bank of reported stolen vehicles. And you have to do an affidavit to change color. I mean, anything you have to do like here, unfortunately, like with the government agency, it's not an easy process, because when you go to like the, here in Kalibo, if you go to like the police, Philippine National Police here, there's a lot of people, trying to, transfer titles of their motorbike vehicles. So you're going to be looped in that, it could be a lot of processing. And then after you're done with the PMP, you got to go to the LTO, land transportation, and you got to get your title, because in your title, the color of your car is there. In your registration, the color of your car there, it's got to be replaced. So to me, it's a lot of hassle, man, just to change color, just to change color of your car, And he asked, he asked how much painting a car here. That just depends on where you live. If you live in the province, if you live in the city, also depends on what paint, the quality of the paint that you're using. But I was searching online, and the low I saw was like 30,000 pesos, so about $500 to completely paint your car here. I guess we don't have the Earl Scheib. Back in the US, I remember Earl Scheib, $199, $199. I don't know if they still exist, but I remember that commercial by Earl Scheib back in the day. Ted, just buy the van version like the Colonel is getting. Great to convert for camping. Oh, okay, Ted. I did see that, the van version. I noticed that you can drop down the seats in the back, right? It hides it, so you still had like a flat bed on the whole outside. I thought about that. Because I did a little bit of research. But the other thing I like was that was going to be the option, or the one like Belu's, where you actually build something made of wood, like that looks like a house. That looks like a house, because I've seen people that do here with a window and everything, like a house window and a door in the back. Just ideas. When it's time to replace Bumblebee, I'll yeah, Belus mentioned it on his video. Mine is the Van DA64W. Yeah, I know what yours is. I know, because I've looked at that also before, Colonel. Like I said, I was looking at it to be more like a camping. Oh yeah, hold on. My water guy is here. My water pickup. Here. I'll just give him the container. There's the water. Yeah, you can just pick up that, Kuya. Yeah, two. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. All right, thank you. I'll pay you when you get back. I'll just pay you when you get back. I'm busy right now. Yeah, there's like the guy that picks up our water. They're pretty good, man. Almost every day they're checking to pick up your drinking water here. And it's 30 pesos each 5-gallon container is 30 pesos for their filtered water. They filter the water. They pick it up, they deliver it, and it's 30 pesos, 50 US cents for 5 gallons of drinking water. Joe, they actually build them out as a camper van in Cebu. Ooh, man, I'm gonna have to check that out. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. I haven't watched it in a while, but I saw a vlogger in the province around Cebu order a camper version. Ooh, I'm gonna have to research that now. Thank you, Joe. Because I was interested at one time. Not that I can use, I didn't get, we got too many vehicles right now. We have our car, we have a tricycle, and now we have a motorbike, so I'll have to wait till it's time to replace Bumblebee, but I'm interested in a camper van version of that multi-cab. I called my multi-cab the Little Red, the Little Red school bus, because I use it to transfer all the, that's awesome, Ted. I have to come up with a name, it's like Bumblebee was my name of my tricycle, but when it's time to me to get like a multi-cab, I'll have to come up with a name. I'll have to come up with a cool name, and then hopefully the color that I want, that way I don't have to paint it. If you gotta paint it, man. I didn't know, after I start researching it, I was like, man, that's a lot of hassle just to like replace the paint on your car. I just painted the same color, it's like, but if you change paint color in your car or vehicle, man, it's a lot of like paperwork that you gotta do just for changing the paint color. Yes, Cebu is where mine is being rebuilt. Not camper though, but it's a possibility down the road. I have other ideas also. All right. Yeah. Can't wait. I'll learn from you, Colonel. That's awesome. I'll get to see it in person. I haven't really sat in it and like really see like the feature. All I've seen is videos, and I see them here. I see them here in Kalibo, but I've never met anybody that owns one. So that will be cool. When your next trip, if you're bringing the multi-cab here in Kalibo, man, that'll be awesome. That's great, Ted. Philly is just started life. All right. Philly in the Philippines, right? The guy, I guess in Surigao Island now. I remember I used to watch him when he was in Angeles City, but I haven't really watched a lot of his videos since he moved to Surigao. Lot, right? Lot, the wife, Lot. Dazzle likes Lot. Lot's funny. She had her own channel. I remember Dazzle was watching Lot. TSALN. Good morning. All right. Jason Potter, have a native bamboo. Yes, see, that's the thing. That's the thing I was thinking, Jason Potter. When my thinking was, because I saw the Japanese were doing it. They were on that multi-cab in Japan. They would build structures that look like a house. That looks like, that's what I was thinking, build something that looks shaped like a house, windows like a house, a door like a house. I thought that would be cooler, just like the van life, just to be different, have a name, like, even like maybe the outside, maybe use a wood frame, but like put like a bamboo on the outside so it looks like it's made of bamboo, something like that. What I was thinking. To make it kind of original, kind of like stand out a little bit. You guys are living larger, man. Vaughn, we got too much time on our hands, right, brother? Colonel and I, we got too much time on our hands. We're like thinking of stuff that like, the requirements to change the color of vehicles is a good deterrent, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the same deterrent that they do with the motorbikes, because that I can see why they have that. But anytime you got to do paperwork here, like at the land transportation, at the PMP, it's just a lot of work, a lot of time and effort. Those K trucks are great with 4x4 too. I plan on building a camper when I get there. Oh, I know Olson. See, Olson, man, he knows how to like revive like stuff. He built his own camper. He like so I know when Olson gets here. I wanted ours to be 4x4 too, Olson, because I want to be able to, like, if it's a sandy beach or something, maybe get on the beach. I don't want to get stuck in the beach if I build a camper. So I would want the 4x4 also. Trying to see the best truck to build with. Yeah, I know. I know I'm gonna learn from you, Olson, when you get here, because I know you're gonna build something cool here. Olson got like bought a used Toyota, and he built like rebuilt. He's into like rebuilding things. Those Toyota Camroad campers in Japan are so cool. Might copy them. Yeah. I like that. I also like those, the ones in Japan, the RVs in Japan, because they're tiny. Everything in Japan is tiny, and they have toilet, bathroom, the washroom. I do like, that's why I like the idea of the multi-cab, because it's smaller. I don't want a big monster, man. I just want something where I can drive it to the beach, park it on the beach, stay overnight on the beach, and that's all. I can sleep in the back. The two of us can fit, that's all I want. It's not like I'm gonna take it like island hopping to different islands of the Philippines. I'll just take it to like Navitas beaches, Tangalan Beach, Hawili Beach, it's close by in our area here. Yeah, boss said, you guys have the time to be creative. Always choose blue arrow, blue paint, and you can't go wrong. JD and blue. That's those favorite colors. Blue. Mine is yellow. So the time and means to be creative. Yes, one. It's like I guess that's why we enjoy it. That's why we enjoy it here in the Philippines. You see us. I was never like into motorbikes or anything, but now I enjoy. When I hang out with expats here, everybody likes to talk about their motorbikes here, like JP. It's like a Aerox 155. Now I'm learning. Before I didn't know anything about motorcycles. Now I know a little bit. I still don't know much about motorcycles, but now at least I have an understanding what the sizes are, what's preferred, what's comfortable to ride, long distance, and all that. OB, plan is to be able to park in a regular car spot and not longer than a Fortuner. Oh, that's still a good size, man. Like me, like I was saying, for me also, and I'm happy with like the multi-cab, the size of Belusa's multi-cab. Maybe extend a little bit on the build, but not, like you said, a regular parking spot. But most of the time I'm thinking here, I'll be able to take it to the beach, because I know you can sleep at night on the beach here. It's not hot, people go to the beach here, car camp with their car, pitch a tent. People do that here in Aklan a lot. So just more comfortable to have like a structure, right? And put a Blue Yeti in there, put music in there. It's like maybe a camp stove, cook your meal, just kind of like a little camping trip. And then now more and more places here like Chole in Makato, it's like a camping site. There's more camping sites here where it's an actual, you can camp in a tent, you can camp in bamboo, or you can camp in your vehicle. More and more places like that here in Panay Island. There's even a group in Iloilo City that I joined. It's a Iloilo camping group, Iloilo hiking group. Things like that are available now here. Becoming more available, because you know how Filipinos are, man. Filipinos, they like to copy anything that Americans do. If they see it in the United States, if they see in America, like what's big now too is that where they get these big trucks, like Raptor, Ford Ranger, and they make, what's that? They go over water, they go over mountains, that's big now here too in the Philippines. There's a lot of car clubs, truck clubs that do that here. They just like to copy. If the Filipinos here in the Philippines sees anything Americans do in the U.S., they go, "Ooh, that's cool. I want one." And there's many people here I know people think that everybody's poor here in the Philippines, but man, there's some money here. Man. There's local Filipinos here that got a lot of money. They would not have like a Ford dealership here in Panay Island if they can't afford those Ford Raptors and Ford Mustangs. I'm seeing more and more of them here in Panay Island. And a lot of times people buy these vehicles cash. They buy vehicles. I got neighbors here. I know I got a couple of my neighbors here. They pay their vehicles cash. My Kuya Rex here, he's got 2 Subaru SUVs. He paid cash. Not everybody in the Philippines is poor. People think that. But Jason Potter, Gino will be following James and Karen. Well, I just don't, I wish that I could do more, maybe when I was a little younger, before my cancer, I had I love hiking. I used to run. I used to love hiking up in the mountains. But I just don't have the endurance, Jason Potter. Now my adventures are small. I won't even call it adventure. Like I said, if I can park a vehicle, camp on the beach, I'll be happy. That would be like a happy thing for me to do. Like cook my meal there on the beach, feel the waves. It's like that's the goal. That's the goal. Would love to see that. Would love to see that. Joe, Hyundai came out with a nice smaller RV, but it is a luxury model. Whew, about 120 now. That's too that's above my pay grade, Joe. To me, I would be happy to spend, like I said, like maybe $3,000 on like that multi-cab and build out something where little like house structure on top of that. I know if I build something house structure like that, I shouldn't spend more than another 1,000 or maybe 1,500. So total maybe 4,500 for like a camper. That's affordable. That's like $4,500. That would be affordable to have something like that to take out on like on a weekend or something like that to the beach and hang out on the beach and that. J&K and a Colonel with pontoons strapped to their vehicles looking like Indiana Jones adventure convoy. Yeah. That's cool, man. Nuts RV is a Japanese company building them out. Tamaraos. Ooh, man, that's Tamaraos. Those are nice. Those are the Toyota Tamarao. That's been around in the Philippines. It's like a truck, you can get in a truck model, and then you can get it with a cab model. They were really popular back in the 80s, 90s, and then they discontinued them. Well, they just came back with the Tamarao last year. A really nice truck. You can have it as a truck, back long, really extended bed almost, and then you can also have it like a cab on it, like a multi-cab. So ideal to build something out of that. I'm sure Olson's keeping an eye on that to build something using the Tamarao, man. 5 million in Cebu, but they're cheaper in Japan though. I guess Pinoys are buying them. Oh yeah, man. Like I said, people got money here, Olson. You'll be surprised once you get there, Olson. Like some of the groups, some of the even during the car show, the trucks that were there, like people put camping gear, all kinds of things on their monster truck, big tires, 4x4. I mean, they spend money. They spend money on their vehicles here also. I am hoping to find and collect similar to Can-Am Riker Spider or Slingshot. Oh, I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar with that one. But I'm sure, man, and like I said, if they have it in the U.S. or somewhere around the world, somehow, they know how to get them here to the Philippines. People here like to, if they see something that they see online, they say, wow, I want to have one of that. And one way or another, it'll come down here. And then if somebody owns one, everybody was, oh, I want one too. How did you get that? People will start buying. Will the locals all be driving? Hey, you never know, man. You might be making Blue Arrow famous here, JP. They see you on Blue Arrow, man. I love that Land Cruiser you showed in your video from the car show. That thing was a monster. Yeah, that was the one. The Land. I mean, that thing. I mean, that thing can go anywhere, right? I mean, I would think it would not have any trouble going through the mountains, going through rivers. Even I saw a lot of those trucks had that snorkel. You know, like that way they can go through water. You know, as long as like, it's not too deep water, as long as, but they got the snorkel thing going. And like I said, man, people custom build here. People do things with their trucks here. A lot of people are into camping now. A lot of adventurous things here in Panay Island. They are three-wheeled motorbikes. Oh, three-wheeled. I haven't seen many. At one time, I saw in Iloilo City. I actually caught it on film in Iloilo City, the three-wheeled. But I haven't seen them here in Kalibo. Not many three-wheeled here. But I'm sure you can find them. You know, if it's not in Panay Island, if it's somewhere in Manila or Cebu, they can get it here. You know, that's not a problem. If it's in the Philippines, you can, you know, wherever you move, whatever place you move in the Philippines, they can get it delivered to you. I would have them modified. Oh yeah, that's one thing here, Vaughn. Anything custom made, you see Bumblebee, man. That was my thinking in my head, the design Bumblebee, because they can build it for you. They can like custom build it for you. When they built Bumblebee, I actually sat on a chair because I told them if Dazzle is driving Bumblebee, I want to be able to sit up. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be ducking on the cab. And on Bumblebee, I can sit up straight and I got like plenty of headroom. And we made it taller. So you put doors, you know, most tricycles here don't have doors. So I have doors that swing open. I can lock the door. I made it to where before Dazzle and Leanna can both fit in it. But now Leanna's getting bigger. They're tight, but they can still fit in there. We've actually, when we go to the plaza, we're kind of funny because Dazzle and Leanna sit inside. I drive it, then Mom rides behind me. So all four of us can go to the plaza on Bumblebee when it's time for them to get their balut. When they don't want balut, we drive to the plaza using Bumblebee. There are a lot of food truck. Oh yeah, that's popular now too. Food trucks. You see them here also in Kalibo now. There's many food trucks. That's a thing now. Food trucks. They'll serve. I saw one in Kalibo. They serve bak choy. They serve goto. Also, I saw one that's like a cafe. Like they serve coffee and silog dishes on a food truck. So that is becoming pop. Like I said, anything that Filipinos watch on TV, on the Food Network channel, or whatever they see in the US, they can copy it here. And you have more affordable people that can build it for you. Anything you want to get built here, when it comes to welding it, a structure, they can build it here at cheaper prices too. And a lot of times, see, you know, they don't have all the regulations here where you can pretty much build anything, especially here in the province. And there's no inspections or anything. It doesn't have to pass anything to like be on the road. The only thing that when you go to take them to the LTO, when you register it, like for me, you know, when I bought my motorbike, when I made the sidecar, I just have to change it from a single bike, you know, like a motorbike, into a tricycle. You'll have on my title, it says it's a motorbike with tricycle, you know. And it would be the same thing. If you build anything custom made, they might identify it at the LTO that something like food truck now. It's a food truck now. Install a differential to add the extra axle. Yeah. Yeah, man, Vaughn, they can custom build anything here. I mean, look at the jeepneys, right? The jeepneys now that I see the jeepneys before, when I used to ride jeepneys here in the Philippines, you might be able to sit 5 people, right? 5 people here, 5 people, 10 total in a jeepney. Man, they got jeepneys now that you can put 20 people, 10 people on both sides. It's almost kind of like a jeepney limousine. It's so long, you know. I saw that. I filmed that in Rojas City when I was in Rojas City because they can do things here like that. You know, it's not illegal. It's like, you know, you can assemble, you can weld, you can do anything, and it's all good. They'll pass it. You know, I don't think there's even an inspection. The thing that they'll inspect is the engine, make sure that you're not polluting the air, that the emission, that's about the only testing that they really do here. Yes, those decked out 4x4s at the car show had some serious dollars put into them. I wouldn't dare drive them, let alone take them off road. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I see people here because even in the neighborhood here when I do my walks, I would see these monster trucks here, Joe, and it'll be full of mud. It'll be full of mud, so I know, man, where's this guy driving? You know, where is he driving? You know, so he's got all these, he's got his Ford Raptor or Ford Ranger all muddied up. You know, it's like, man, I've always be like polishing that. I'll be always like waxing that if that was my vehicle. We have three-wheelers, tricycles. Yeah, I know some of my friends they got that chariot. Yeah, that's a popular one too. It's like it looks like a motorbike chariot, like a motorbike, but it's got a back area to either seating on the back or a truck in the back, like a motorcycle 3 wheels. So the chariot. I mean, they have all kinds of vehicles here that I never saw those vehicles when I was in America. I would love to see them. Yeah, I would love to see them. They have buses turned into sit-down taco. Oh, a sit-down taco stand. Man, I haven't seen that, a bus, and that would be cool. Maybe they can turn a jeepney into one. Would not surprise me. I did see one time, I didn't see it this year at Ati-Atihan, but was that Shakey's Pizza. They had a bus here before, a full-size bus, Shakey's Pizza. And I don't remember if they had seating inside, but they were selling Shakey's Pizza on the bus. Like they'll park the bus in Kalibo during Ati-Atihan, and they'll have a tent right in front of the bus, and they were cooking the pizzas inside the truck. Big bus, you know, like a Ceres bus, like a multi-passenger bus, not a tiny bus, but a giant-sized bus, and it had Shakey's on the side. I didn't see it this year though. I don't know why it's not. Maybe I just haven't gone to Ati-Atihan enough this year to see it. But if I see it again this year, I'll film it so you guys can see it. I have smacked my head every time I ride a. It's a tradition. I know, man. That's why JP, when I had Bumblebee made, I made sure that I could sit up. And it was not a problem for me getting in and out of the cab when Dazzle, you know, when drives Bumblebee. I've never banged my head on Bumblebee. Same thing if you notice on Bumblebee, when I ride it, I got like this gap on the canopy on top of me. Most tricycles here, you see the guys riding the tricycle, they're like ducked down. Their head is like, the driver, you know, all day long, he's like ducked down. I made sure I had like a big gap on top of my head. I've never banged my head on that. I've owned it, Bumblebee now since, it'll be 10 years, 10 years now. Bumblebee would be 10 years in June. I've seen a jeepney turned into an RV. I think I've seen one too. I think you know, there are like van lifers. I've seen one of those tricycle things made into an RV here. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube because I was interested in it at one time. I've seen vans. I've seen all kinds of things that people make into an RV here. One time I was watching a vlogger. He was doing a lot of van life here in the Philippines. But jeepney, definitely, they can make that into an RVE. That must be why you hurried to get you a bike, to get you a bike. I am not a Star Wars fan, but I would like to see a Death Star tricycle. A Death Star tricycle. One. Yep, there's money in the Philippines. Most of them are sorry for lack of Oh, no worries, Belus. Having issues with uploads, but still here. God bless, brother. Hey, I understand. No worries, Belus. I did enjoy the parade. That was awesome. Yeah, I wish I can show more. You know, I wish the Wi-Fi was better. I can find a good Wi-Fi where my smart doesn't work. The globe doesn't work on the iPhone, even on Dazzle's newer iPhone. It just I can't film it for some reason, and then I'll still try. Maybe I'll on the parade area. I'll find somewhere that has good internet, but unfortunately, I'm not finding any place that has good Wi-Fi. You could make a cheap camper out of a bongo. Is that the one that's kind of like a tuk tuk, like a tuk tuk, like a tuk tuk? Hi, Belus Joe. Pinay Heart. Bon, haha, so funny. Ah, so funny. You're a wonderful host, Belus. Oh, for sure, man. Belus is awesome. Bon, haha, Pinay Heart. Pinay Heart. Nepo babies, too. Nepo babies. Peanut Butter Travels. Peanut Butter Travels. Hello, Peanut Butter Travels. Please be the voice. Joe Cano, my hey peanut butter, skating geezers in Ormoc, right? You're in Ormoc. A lot of guys in Ormoc. Ah, see, I remember skating geezer, you're Ormoc. Don't let lack of money hold back their trike modifications. Although many look MacGyvered, they are functional. Yep, for sure. I watch Bahay Jeep. They travel all over the Philippines. Ooh, let me take a picture of that. I'll watch a video. I'll watch a video of the Bahay Jeep, man. I want to check that out, man. Thank you for that, Olsen. I'll see. I'll watch their video after the live stream. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream. Right here. Thank you so much. I gotta eat, man. I'm kind of hungry. I haven't eaten breakfast. I had like a little bowl of granola cereal earlier, but I need more food. Yes, OB. That's who they are. Bongos are dually work trucks made by Mazda. Bongo. Let me take a picture of that too. I've probably seen it, but I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure what a bongo is. By Mazda and are pretty cheap. Ooh, okay. I'll check that out. Take care. All right. Take care, Pinay Heart. Thank you so much for joining. Stay blessed, everyone. Vaughn. Stay blessed, Joe Cano. Salute, Baloo, salute. Obi, bongos are K-trucks. All right. I'll look it up after the live stream. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Take care, everyone, and everyone stay blessed.